Why do men die on an average of 6 years before women? I also found this question very interesting. That's why I did deep research on this topic, and the things that came to the fore were very surprising. There are many theories about this. Men do such jobs, which have more occupational hazards. Tough jobs. Men rarely go to doctors. Men smoke more cigarettes, and they suffer from heart attacks and strokes more. I mean, it is clear. But women have more autoimmune diseases, and these are chronic, but this is not the main cause of death in women. Now the question is why women live longer. The answer is a specific gene called the longevity gene FOXO3. This gene keeps you alive for a long time, and in women this gene is more activated. Its expression is higher. Why? Because women have estrogen. This hormone activates this gene, but this gene is not activated only by estrogen. There are many other things which can also turn it on. And today I am going to tell you all that because, personally, I found this thing very interesting. My interest was piqued to know how we can live longer. Now, in some cultures, this gene is even more expressive. Like Okinawa in Japan or Sardinia in Italy, the people there live longer than 100 years. Now, what does this gene do? It protects from cancer. It helps in your DNA repair. It is a stress-resistant gene. It gives you the power to adapt according to the condition of your body and the environment. Now then, why is it that this gene is expressed more in women? It has to do with reproduction and fertility. Nature has given extra protection to the system of women and created such genes which help in their survival even in difficult conditions and keep them alive for a long time. All this is fine, but now the question arises that how to activate this gene. Now I am going to tell you all those things by which you can trigger this gene. Whether you are a man or a woman, it is important for you to follow these things. I have a list containing those factors which increase the FOXO3 gene. And there is a list containing those things which reduce the expression of FOXO3 gene. So let's start with number 1, phytonutrients. The very first nutrient is astaxanthin. Now what is this thing? The name sounds strange. This is the same red-orange pigment which you find in fish, especially in fatty fish, king mackerel, bangda, pomfret, rahu, trout. It is also found in shrimp. It is the most powerful antioxidant in the world, 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, 100 times stronger than vitamin E. It protects your nervous system, eyes, skin, and heart. Now comes sulforaphane. It is naturally present in some vegetable leaves, cabbage, radish leaves, artichoke leaves. The next nutrient is EGCG. We get it in green tea. It is a powerful antioxidant. The list of its benefits is very long. It improves blood sugar, protects from cancer, is anti-inflammatory, and has countless other benefits. Then comes resveratrol. It also increases longevity, triggers the FOXO3 gene directly. Now comes a very interesting point, cold and heat. The contrast of these two also activates this gene. That's why people get a lot of benefit from cold showers or saunas, cold therapy, ice baths, etc. This gene actually developed only when humans used to face extreme cold in ancient times, very cold weather, and extreme hot weather as well. We had to survive. We had to adapt. So then these genes were created in the human body which protect us even today. Number 3 is intermittent fasting. This is a mini version of famine. Think for yourself. How many times a person has faced hunger and famine in history? So, to survive, our body has developed such survival mechanisms, and intermittent fasting triggers this gene. Now comes the sun. You might be surprised because the UV radiation coming from the sun also activates this gene. If you sit indoors for a long time, you will not be able to take advantage of it. Now let's see what things reduce this gene. Suppress it. The first thing is too much insulin. That is, when someone has diabetes, type 2 diabetes, then insulin levels are high all the time, and only this thing directly slowly shuts down this gene. Result: a person is not able to live long. The next point is chronic stress. Remember, the key word here is chronic. Intermittent stress makes the body strong for a short period of time, but chronic stress shortens your life. Now comes the next point: overfeeding. Eating more food than necessary daily. This also inhibits this gene, meaning you are not able to live long. Now another very dangerous thing is EMF, i.e., electromagnetic fields. Cell phones, electronic devices, their rays, the waves coming from them are harming your body all the time. Then comes another category: endocrine. Disruptors, ABEI. Pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides, plastics, sprays on crops, synthetic fertilizers, and heavy metals like aluminum, mercury. All these mimic estrogen in the body, i.e., behave like estrogen, i.e., cause hormonal imbalance. And this thing suppresses your longevity gene. Remember I told you that estrogen hormone triggers this gene. But due to this artificial or indirect estrogen, the original estrogen does not reach this gene. And this is very dangerous. Hope now you must have understood why women live long. But if you are a man, you can also apply these things to live a long life. That's all for today's video. We will meet in the next video. Take care of yourself.